Well, hello, and welcome back to Idle Slayer. So today we are cleaning up the factory. You know that means basically I have completed the bestiary of all the other zones. Which means we can finally see the last two descriptions of these two. Be very careful around soul barrels. While seemingly innocent, they leak residual pain and loss of the violently harvested lives. People who have spent even limited time near these poorly sealed soul barrels have become depressed and have been found without a will to live any longer. Okay, that's weird. Hats off to a creative story there. A byproduct of the soul mining done at the factory. Alright. Alright. This gas contains fairly rich soul residue. However, it tends to be saturated in evil as a result of the mining process. Individuals caught in the toxic gas quickly become overwhelmed and in turn kill those around them. It must be destroyed. Alright, so we got evil gas and evil soul barrels. And you know, if you were paying attention, we might even get it in this video. We need 340 soul barrels to go. But that's not why you're here. I know you're here to see the update. And I will say I did start the update. Let me turn this on. If you're wondering, I actually forgot to do my dashing and running while we were reading. I wasn't in my rhythm. But let's go to town. So everything starts in the village. So we're gonna go to the village. Now I will say that I completed it beforehand because basically somebody hopped in the channel like, hey, where's the update on the game? And I was like, well, you know, when I saw when it released and I figured everything out, I was like, well, I could rush and do an update. You know, it released on a Friday, I believe. I'm now checking that. And with it releasing on a Friday, I was like, well, we might as well just cover it with Monday's video. That's kind of what I figured. And a lot of people, I think, expected an update, like, more right away. And, yeah, released on the 9th. Or, yeah, released on, released Saturday. My Saturday, night. Or Saturday morning, effectively, when I got it. So since it released on a Saturday, I was like, well, you know, there's no reason to not just do it on Monday's episode. Maybe I should have made a video right away. I'm actually really concerned about the Spectre Knight changes. I don't know, I haven't done the fight, obviously. So I don't know how that's going to play out. Very concerned, though. Oh. Oh, somebody in the Discord wanted it. And now I'm replying to them, so if you see my reply in the Discord, you know when I was making the video. They wanted it a day early, and I was like, oh, well, you know, like I said, it was so close. I was like, well, we can just do it on Monday. I guess I will take this under advisement, and next time if this happens, I'll just move the video up. Obviously, yeah, I sucked, so I don't know why that would turn out so bad, but it did. I think I need to set timers up or something. I just didn't want to turn this game into timers like all these other games I play. But maybe I need to. Obviously, like, this to me is kind of disappointing. So to start this out, though, you go to Mount Otto, and you talk to this person. What do you mean, any luck? I completed your quest, didn't I? Oh. Oh, whoops, I kind of skipped all that. I was reading it, now reading it to you. I'm sure you'll find a good use for this. I'm so excited to show this to Emily. So everybody asking, somebody asked like 3 videos ago, what happened to the guy that was dating Emily? This is the guy. I'm so excited to show this to Emily. So he wanted us to do a quest. You had to kill 20,000 Yetis, and then you had to take the head and bring it to him. That gives you the climbing kit, which unlocks... Oh, that's where the new Ascension upgrades come from. Alright, well, what did we get? Whoops. I completely, like, noped out of that. Unlock the soul climbing minigame? Okay, that's fine. Unlock a new set of Dark Divinities. I like that. Oh, so here's the other 500 QA upgrade. So here's how I totally have screwed myself, and I don't know what the best course of action to do. And let me explain this. We have 2 new upgrades that are 1 sextillion each. Damn it, I really am super screwed. So the silence is me thinking about how screwed I am. So let me explain to you what the dilemma is. I either grab Edgemaster and then Ultra Ascend. Or I Ultra Ascend in the near future and grab Edgemaster and this to work towards these sextillion upgrades. The silence is me thinking about what to do. I'm going to be honest, I think I'm going to have to Ultra Ascend. Because with this being a sextillion and this being a sextillion, for me to get those upgrades, this plus this makes it twice as fast. You know, this is the thing. Once again, I'm screwed. Because it's going to be super hard to get to this. Because now I have this. And this. And all those other ones purchased. And really, this edition didn't really add that much. You know? And I hate it. I'm not, like, mad, but I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that, like... I'm disappointed... Like, so to answer somebody else's question, like, I didn't want the upgrades to just get insane. Well, guess what? They're insane. This is an insane... So I feel like this means even more. We need inner power to also count for Astral. In my opinion. So, I won't Ultra... Like, if I Ultra Ascend, I will do it in the next episode. Honestly, I don't even want to wait that long, but I will wait... what we'll do is maybe I'll do a midweek episode and Ultra Ascend. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I'm honestly thinking, I need to basically not get Edgemaster. And you know what Pablo is going to do? We will be on the precipice of getting these 2 sextillion upgrades. And Pablo will add something after Edgemaster. And I'll be in the same predicament. He now has me clearly in his shackles. And there's nothing I can do. Because it'd be very easy for him to add something after Edgemaster. And that something after Edgemaster could be a 2 sextillion, let's say. So now, do you want to use one of these sextillions to leapfrog to get the other sextillion to leapfrog to get the 2 sextillion? So so I'm just going to throw this out there. What do you think I should do? I'm really on... I now have 2 possible paths in front of me. We are within striking distance, 4 weeks roughly, give or take, of getting Edgemaster. Do I get Edgemaster and Ultra Ascend and bank on the idea that we need to use these 2 to get whatever Pablo's going to add after Edgemaster? Because we know it's coming. I mean, if I was a betting man, I would bet on that 100 million thousand gazillion percent that there's going to be something after Edgemaster, and if I get these two, I won't be able to get it. Like if I have this, and something here, totally just completely hosed. I really wish the idea I had for Ultra Ascending, I mean for Inner Power, I really wish that got more traction. So that's the dilemma. I'm at this point, I'm like, we're gonna grab Edgemaster and we're gonna Ultra Ascend, and that's gonna be the end of it. And that will future-proof me from getting trapped with something over here. You'll have to let me know what you think in the comments. I think I'm screwed no matter what I do. If I Ultra Ascend right now and don't grab Edgemaster, I've set myself back who knows how long until I can grab Edgemaster again. If I wait and I grab Edgemaster and then use that to springboard to grab this, then I'm in a good position to basically grab these two. And who knows when the next update comes out. But I'm thinking by the time I get 1 sextillion from this, like again, we'd be grabbing, if I get Edgemaster, we'd be getting probably 10 times this, give or take. It's like like 8, we'll say 8 times. So I'd walk into this episode with 200 quad. So in 2 weeks, I could get this. No, well, 2 to 3 weeks, I could get this. So we're 4 weeks plus 3 weeks is 7 weeks, and I have this. We're then getting about we'll round up. We'll say that this and this, we get 16. We'll just say I get half a quintillion. Half a quintillion puts us 2,000 days away from a sextillion. Am I doing that right? $500 quad is half a quintillion. And we need so 2 days is 2 weeks. It's a week. 2 weeks is 1 quintillion, and it takes 1,000. Are these even reachable? Let's, like, without hacking the game, can you even get here? Because if my math is right, and I walk in here, now obviously I could do better, and I could get, you know, perfect would be 43 quadrillion, which times 16 would be like 640 quadrillion, which, I mean, let's round up. Let's say I can get a quintillion each week. This is still 1,000 weeks. Now, obviously, once you get one, getting the others, 1,000 weeks. And with only one of these, it's 2,000 weeks. And that's playing perfectly. That's playing absolutely perfectly, hitting every... Okay. The plan is getting revised mentally. I'm going to grab Edgemaster. I'm going to then use Edgemaster to springboard this. We can't do a ninja run, but I will try and get at least a quintillion. You know, we'll do some hard farming for this. And basically, if that future happens, where there's something after Edgemaster that's a springboard to one of these two, then I will Ultra Ascend. And only then. So we're gonna stay on this. We're gonna stay on this Ascension, and we're just gonna keep grinding. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Man, that is nuts. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. Even 2 times this. I mean, yeah, you kind of need it because again, I'd be walking in with, you know, 400 quadrillion. But still. Okay, anyways, we're going to do the minigame now. What I did not expect to have that kind of... I guess I heard the upgrades were 1 sextillion, and it kind of, like, I didn't sit down and do the math of how hard that would be to get. So, we... Anyways, so you come up here, you talk to him, and he says, hey, you want to climb up here, and you climb up here. Sorry, that completely... I know that kind of sidetracked the video, but that to me is a bigger thing. Planning for the future is way more important than, anything else. So here's how the minigame works. I am using the arrow keys. I tried playing this with a mouse, and I almost died. Well, I mean, I did die in the minigame, but it was so hard. Arrow keys? Joke. I have heard that the minigame that you get is terrible with the actual drop. So, but that's why I wanted to unlock it to do it in the video. Now, I guess I could have milked it for the next video. But the next video, we'll have enough to talk about. Here comes the hard part. Wasn't expecting to bounce like that, but that was fine. I will say the music is awesome. Oh, I almost lost it. I honestly, when I heard the guy in chat mention this, I thought I was screwed. I thought there was no way I was going to do this after how much I struggled with Victor Alpha. I was pleasantly surprised by... you know, had I not had the mouse controls, this would have been impossible. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, the mouse controls, to me, I was trying to do it with that, and it was so bad, Now, this could be way worse in the actual minigame we get from the thing. That's why I wanted to have it unlocked. And no, this took me 3 tries once I learned this out. So this is not like... I completely cheesed it. Here we go. Almost there. Boom, shakalaka, first try. I will say it did take me 3 tries before. So anyways, we have a portal there now. So once you get here, you unlock this thing and you can just fast travel back to the village. Unfortunately, once again, these 2 things need to be moved more towards the casino. I would think we could spread this. This could move over a little bit, like put it like right up here, and put the portal right here, and the little new teleporty thing. Either that or put a tabard there so we can teleport right in here. I'll be honest, I didn't think about it until somebody pointed it out. Oh, so we're gonna do that. Oh, okay. Green slot me, okay. It's like, the fact that I have to use a slider is making it harder and harder to control. Okay. This is not going well. Okay, we're done after this. So I walk away with 3 chips because I couldn't control my betting very well. At 398, that's where I've kind of been at. I'll grab this. Oh, this popped. I'm really curious what you think of my dilemma. Because it absolutely is a dilemma for the ages. Okay, I'm gonna go back. And now we're going to try and see if we can get the minigame, because obviously climbing Mount Auto, I do like that you can at least practice it. I actually wish you could go back and do the Victor fight. Not Victor Alpha, just the regular Victor fight. I think that'd be really nice for people who are, struggling is not the word I want to say, but like if you kill Victor, you can't really practice Victor Alpha outside of, doing the fight. And I think that's a huge detriment to the game. Oh, I have new Dark Divinities. What did I get? Okay, the climbing boots won't spawn. I kind of figured it was just something to prevent that from happening. Increase the altitude of the ascending heights by 1,000 meters, but you have a 25% chance of getting an armory chest? So you can make this is like the difficulty boost, like with this and everything else. We're gonna try it just regular for now, and there's no actual new divinities. Okay. We're just gonna try it normal for now, and we'll see how that goes. Maybe I should have stretched this into the next episode, but when somebody came in and they were really concerned about the difficulty, I'm like, okay, I will look into it. It is my due diligence to look into it. Alright, well, we're gonna get Victor Alpha first. The funny thing is, I've heard the Spectre Knight, like, isn't really worth doing. Like, the ring he drops isn't worth it. Oh, we have new achievements, too. We'll look at those. I really need to try using the directional arrows at some point. Oop, almost got me. You ain't ruining nothing. This actually isn't going to be that great of a kill timer. I was also like, the Spectre Knight buffs was really surprising. I mean, you at least get your bow there. I've seen other, other people do it. All right, let's go. Yeah, 76, not really a great time, but I don't care. I don't need a great time. I need a good enough time. We can add that to the pile of garbage. We're not going to try the more difficult one. I don't really care. And of course, the new armory thing, we'll see that too. Alright, so... Armory chest to... Oh, I already got my boots. And there's actually a... Okay, there's no new crafted items. There's only one new quest, which is surprising. We still haven't finished up our bestiary. We should be really close on the barrels. 5. Okay, we got the barrels. We only need the gas left, and then I'll be done. Obviously, once I'm done, I will actually be leaving this area. And we will basically go back to idling in the frozen fields. Honestly, I might just go ahead... Oh, you know what? We can do it with these. Because I do need to... I honestly really dislike the temporary item quest. Unless I have to do the portal quest, because then it's great for the portal quest, because I just make the keys and... And I want to close this episode out probably after we will. I want to do the new minigame. Okay. Oh, I also need to do a chest hunt. Well, at least clear the dailies too. It's not that much. Oh, you know what? Do it. Okay, so that's done. Yeah, and like I said, somebody popped in the stream and they were very concerned to hear my thing on the minigame, but like I gotta get the minigame to see it. I'm actually disappointed too. There hasn't been an upgrade so that I really feel like bonus boxes, chest hunts, and the new climbing minigame. I feel like all those things should spawn while you do a rage. I feel like it's a crime not to be able to get those while you're raging. I think that would be so cool. I think that would be such a cool upgrade. And honestly, I feel like Rage Mode needs the help. Key trailing is so much better than Rage Mode. To me, it's crazy. Like, Rage Mode should be competitive with key trailing should not eclipse Rage Mode so hard. Honestly, Rage Mode, just with these new requirements, definitely needs a buff. I don't know, I don't get it. I feel, like I said, I feel like Rage Mode definitely needs some help. A lot of help. Like key trailing shouldn't be so much better than Rage Mode. In my opinion. The problem is I don't know how to fix Rage Mode, right? Like, we got the Stone of Rage, that was really good. I don't even play an online build anymore. I just play an offline build because raging is so bad. And the only way to progress is key trailing. What's that say about the state of the game? I don't mean that as a shot at the game. It's just me personally disagreeing with the direction the game has gone on. Also, like I said, I hate the equipment part of the game. To me, that's not a fun mechanic in the game. Equipment. Only because it's entirely RNG based. Like I've said many times, if there was a way to take your gear and augment it and improve it rather than solely, and I don't care, it could be thousands of DP to add an optional to something. It actually should be more expensive, right? Like the first optional should be the least expensive, and it should be deterministic. I don't want to have it where you can, oh, here's your RNG to add an optional. Would you like to I am sick and tired of re-rolling for things and gambling for things. That's the whole purpose is to have a deterministic crafting system. Now, I will say that does create problems. Because the reality is, if you get a determinist... Oh, we got it. Alright, let's see how we go. Somebody told me this minigame takes like a really long time to... Alright, well I missed something over there. Okay, I got a frozen shard. Oh, that's the new material we need. Okay. And I've heard that it doesn't work with the... Almost lost the plot there. That was really risky. Oh, I almost lost it there. Almost lost it. Okay, we should be near the end if this is similar to Mount Otto. Okay, it's not okay. Okay. How much higher is this thing? Oh, okay, it is. Second wind, I can respect that. Whew. I was thinking, okay, we're almost done. It's, you know, how many... Alright, I guess I understand that it needs to be bigger than... Oh, that only get, oh, that gave me Slayer points. Oh, and coins, okay. Oh, now I see what they were talking about with the material. It has only a chance to drop from that. I do wish you could go down. Okay. Lost the plot. Missed that was a fake. I really think there should be an upgrade that removes the fake platforms. That would be my biggest thing. Makes sense, kind of like not having the blocks in the bonus stage. Definitely need to lose those somehow. Alright, what did we get? Okay, we have a 3% chance of obtaining material of the current dimension from offline kills. We need 100 frost things from that. Increase ascending heights, coins, and souls by 60%. Increase 15% in frozen fields. Armory items are 2% more. So, what this is telling me, let me see actually how many I have. Is, okay, I got 5 frozen shards from that. What this is telling me is this is going to be a super grind. This is going to be very grindy. This is going to be 8, 8, 6. Okay, we got a chest hunt. So here's the problem. As I haven't completed the minigame, I can't... One of my viewers was extremely concerned about the length of the minigame. And I agree, even to me, bonus stages are a bit on the long side for my taste. So that was one of the things I was concerned about, the length of it. The fact that I didn't complete it, I don't know what the length is. You know, I'm certainly not going to take that option to make it harder. I feel like the difficulty of this bonus stage is much harder. I do believe it needs to be broken into sections like the current bonus stages are. I think that would be good. So, for example, what do I mean by that? So take the current bonus stage, it's 4 distinct sections, right? Again, I don't know what the max height is. I got up to the point where I thought we were past Mount Otto and we were done. So it was past 1,500 meters. I'm concerned, how many meters is the completion? While I get it, Victor Alpha is a harder version of Victor. Totally get it. He has maybe 20%, so okay, let's do that math. 1.5 kilometers times 20% would put us at 1.8, and I do believe I got to 1.8. I definitely feel like the bonus game needs to have some kind of buffs that you can buy. I don't care. I mean, that are not ludicrously expensive to make it easier. Just like how we get the blocks in the bonus stage, I feel like there needs to be something. Without knowing the height that we need to get to, I absolutely refuse to try it with that extension. I'm going to try and see if we can go until we get another one. That might make this a bit of a longer episode. But I kind of want to see see if I can actually get to the end. If it's twice as long as Otto, I think that's way too long. I was expecting something in the neighborhood of what Mount Otto is. Obviously, I should have known better, and that Mount Otto was training wheels for my real disappointment. If there's not a temporary item to craft one, is there? That would be a nice feature. Like, we have one to craft in a... where is it? I've never used it. This one. It would be nice to have a craftable thing so that we could do the bonus stage. And even the chest hunt. Like, if he did that with the chest hunt and eliminated key trailing, I think that would solve the issue. I don't, like, if you made it so that you could just craft the item when you had the soul multiplier and go into a chest hunt, there you go. That solves key trailing, and you could make it so that you have to do regular chest hunts to get the fragments you need to craft it. I think that would be perfectly fine. That, to me, would solve the key trailing problem while preserving the mechanic in a way that is, not so annoying. Of course, the problem with that is it would have to take a certain amount of time off of all the bonuses. I don't know how much time it would take off, but it would be ridiculous if you saved up enough mats for... Well, let's be realistic. Maybe you can only do one. Maybe you can only craft one, and it just consumes all your bonuses. I think that's fair. That kind of mirrors how key trailing works. You basically trail one key until you get a soul multiplier, and while you have that soul multiplier, you're unlikely to find another one. So that would be one way to handle it. And then to me, in my opinion, you can just remove key trailing from the game. But will mountain boot trailing beat key trailing? I don't know. So at the very least, I think we need something to make the bonus game easier. I would like to see a mechanic where we can, maybe we can't, you know, maybe the bottom of the screen isn't the death, but that we could at least go a little bit down. Not a lot down, but a little bit backwards. I think that would be a nice mechanic to have. And I would like to see that not as a change to the bonus game, but as an upgrade we purchased to make the bonus game easier. So, one thing is to remove the fake platforms that don't work at all completely. Definitely need that as an upgrade. They're just added visual noise, perfectly fine for the first pass. Definitely should be an upgrade to remove them entirely, so you don't have to try and, oh, I hit the wrong thing and fell through. Second thing would be something that would allow you maybe to go a screen length back when you fall, so you don't immediately lose the bonus stage when you hit the bottom. And of course, the final one is going to be, we definitely need checkpoints. There should be a checkpoint system. I'm going to say, without knowing how long it is, it should be broken into 4 segments, the same way the bonus stage currently is. So, I don't know what those checkpoints, I don't know how long the stupid stage is. And that to me is a huge problem. And I don't know how long the stage is with the extra 1,000 meters. I don't think it told me at any point in time what my goal was. How high was I supposed to go? It didn't tell me. How would I know? You know, we are going to try something, because the other complaint was these didn't do anything. The whetstones. I can use a bunch of these. I'll just go there and get some more. It's fine. Okay, now I have an hour worth of whetstones. Now, this could be intention. Okay, I actually, now that I used all my whetstones and have to go farm them, I can understand why that's intentional. Remember, we had to actually get an upgrade for it to work for the bonus stage. So we would need an equivalent upgrade for the new bonus stage for the whetstone to work there. I do not expect Pablo to add that immediately. That would be a catch-up mechanic. And that probably would be, if I had to guess, that would come in version 5.5. So basically we'd have the 5.4 update. And then in the 5.5 update, okay, now you can use the whetstone. I would assume in the 5.4 update we would have some buffs to make the bonus stage easier. Maybe something that reduces the length. Something like that. And it's hard for me to really gauge the bonus stage without knowing how long it is. I also don't know how frequently we encounter it, so this has been 5 minutes and I haven't encountered one. I didn't even really see the one because, again, I moved so quickly in the game, I can't really keep track of where things are on the screen. So, those are just my suggestions right off the bat. And I'm perfectly fine with those kind of nerfs to the bonus stage happening later. I think it's a good thing to make something really hard and then make it easier later. And I like to make things easier later, not by just straight up nerfing things. There's certain exceptions to that rule. For example, I used to play World of Warcraft, and my favorite time in playing World of Warcraft was the end of the Wrath of the Lich King and the Cataclysm expansion. The reason being was because Blizzard put a mechanic in the game that the raid was just, okay, we got another one. Okay, great. We're going to just focus on this for now. I'll come back to my point about the nerfs. Yeah, I don't have the buff. You can see that I don't have it. That was actually a pathetic amount of souls. But that makes sense, because remember, we had to unlock that feature. Oh, they do reappear. That's interesting. I didn't know that. So that completely hosed me because I actually went up further on the screen than I was expecting with that jump. That was BS. Like I said, I definitely feel like there should be a limited ability to fall behind. Like a fallback. But again, I think that should be an upgrade. Yeah, I almost lost it like 3 times there. If you're wondering why I'm quiet, it's because I actually have to focus. Oh, Lord. Almost lost it. Oh, sweaty palms. I wasn't expecting to hit that and ricochet up. So at this time, I have no idea how long the bonus stage is. Certainly never going to do that Dark Divinity that makes it harder. That's 1,000, like, is it 2,000 meters and I'm almost getting there? Or is it much longer than that? We will try to get one more. My initial impressions, am I a fan of this bonus stage? If it was the difficulty of Mount Otto that I completed successfully on my first try, I would have 0 complaints about the difficulty of the bonus stage. As the bonus stage stands, and I've tried it 2 times and have not completed it, and it's a limited time thing, and I cannot. The most frustrating part to me is I can't practice it. If I could do a harder version of Mount Otto with 0 rewards and at least practice it and see how it changes, I'd at least like to know how high I need to get. In a bonus stage, it's pretty clear. It says there's 4 sections. Why does it not tell me how many meters I have to get? Honestly, without knowing that, I really can't judge the bonus game. I think it's... I don't know. It makes it extremely difficult to give a good review. Do I think it's too hard? Absolutely. 100,000 million %. Again, I don't play an idle, but this is my perspective. I don't play an idle game to be challenged by platforming. I don't play an idle game to be challenged by boss fights. And when I say challenge, I want to be very clear. By challenge, I mean there is a skill requirement on me, the player. I don't mind the challenge being, you need to go farm upgrades. That, to me, is the quintessential essence of an idle game. Getting upgrades to get stronger to overcome challenges. When the challenges get good, that's to me immediately a turnoff on the idle game. Now, let me be honest with you. Will I quit playing Idle Slayer over this? No. I will just, again, play less and less, as I have been with where I'm at in the game now. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. I find it disappointing, but probably not in the way you think. I find it disappointing because if the only way to get better is to invest my time in becoming more skilled at the game, I'm really not that interested in doing that for Idle Slayer. And I don't mean that as a slight, like the game is bad. I don't mean anything like that. It's just... there's a plethora of other games out there that have a skill component that I could apply my skills to that instead. And I would rather work on a game like that. And that I guess that's a pretty harsh criticism to levy against Idle Slayer. Because I'm basically saying, I don't enjoy your minigames that require skill. I'd rather go, play another game that has skills like that. But, I'm going to be honest. That's because, do I play games like Mega Man? No. No, I do not. I would not play... I can't see a reality in which I go play a Mega Man game and try to beat it. I just don't enjoy that kind of gameplay, where it's a a failure, try again, failure, try again, failure, try again, failure, try again loop. Personally, I also feel like Idol Slayer makes it worse, in the sense that I can't even go try the minigame and practice it at the difficulty of the bonus thing with no rewards. I feel like there should be an upgrade at the very least to make Mount Auto as hard as the minigame, so I can at least practice it there if this is going to be a component of the game. As it isn't a component of the game, and I don't know how difficult it really is, it's really hard for me to say. The difficulty of the game could be I need to get to 10 kilometers, and so I'm getting like a 20th of the way there, not a 20th, a 5th of the way there, roughly, not even really a 5th of the way there, and you guys will be like, Zerdan, LOL. And then look at the comments, you'll say LOL, but you'll mean laugh out loud, but you'll be like, Zerdan, LOL. Like, you haven't even made it to the hard part yet. Personally, I'm actually banking on it being at 2 kilometers or 2,000 meters. That's what I'm guessing. So I'm basically almost there. But again, is this something that'll make me quit Idol Slayer? No. Is it a thing in Idol Slayer I will engage with? Probably not. I mean, obviously, I will do the bonus game when it comes up. Maybe I will actually just get good enough. Because there was a time I figured I could never beat Victor Alpha. You know, there was a time that I couldn't beat him. And eventually I got the Dark Divinity where I could defeat him in an excellent amount of time. But I'll be honest. Do I still think Victor Alpha should be easier? Absolutely. I feel like for how far I am in the game, I should definitely have a boost that basically doubles my damage to bosses. Absolutely, 100% feel like, I don't even care if that's a, that to me as a 1 sextillion upgrade would be something I would be very happy to get. I think 1 sextillion is really out of the realm of reason right now, but who knows. That to me is something I would be happy to get. Oh, we got a chest hunt. I actually need to ascend, I almost forgot. I did that backwards. It turned out fine, though. Did that backwards, too. So, again, we're going to actually ascend. I completely forgot that I needed to do that. We did actually somehow get 600 trillion souls. I don't know how. Because I thought this was 700 trillion. I don't understand how we got that many. Let me see here. Ascend. Okay, we got another one. We'll try it again. Not great after just descending, but this will be our last try for the episode. We'll finish our Ascension, and I'll give you some final thoughts. Oh, the thing about MMOs. My favorite time playing World of Warcraft. Well, let me focus on this. Until I get better at this is going to require a lot of focus when I do it. See, that one got me. I didn't lose the stage, but... The screen scrolled up more than I thought it would with my jump. I do feel like there needs to be a summary, sort of like the bonus stage, of how many souls you got. Because I can't tell if I'm getting a lot of souls here or not. See, I was worried if I was going to hit that one or not. I'm going to tell you right now, there's no way with the current iteration of this game that I would be going for Frozen Souls. Oh, I almost lost. Oh. Yeah, like that platform almost got me. That one almost got me too. Definitely a lot more difficult than Mount Otto. Okay, we're about Mount Otto height now. Somebody told me this minigame takes like 10 minutes, and there's no way that I could do this for 10 minutes. It got me. Again, there's no indication of how far I've made it or not, so I have no idea. That to me is the #1 disappointment. No idea of what my progress is. Very disappointing. I see that as a huge L, and to me it's an unnecessary L. That is an L that Idol Slayer does not need to take. There's no benefit to not telling me how close I am to my goal. So huge unnecessary L. Now the hardest part, and this is another part of the game that I don't like. There are upgrades that I don't want to buy. Why? I can't even imagine how hard it is if you're trying to avoid the Electro one. Because the only way to do that is just not complete the quest. Realistically. And I tried that and it actually drove me nuts because it always showed I had a quest to complete. I really wish there was a way to just blacklist upgrades you didn't want to have. Honestly, I can probably just buy the Crystal Funk Lords. It probably doesn't matter as much. Same with the demons, because I never go there. And same with the trees. Unless I'm going offline, but I still don't like it. And the scorpions. We're going to try and see if I can get one more. I will say the bonus game fun? Yes and no. It's fun while being frustrating. It's not fun like let me say it's not like the level of fun like a dental appointment. It's not like that fun. But it is definitely somewhat frustrating. I'm going to have a hard time judging it on this episode alone. I'm going to be honest with you. I am going to need to, it's sort of like, but see, the thing is, it's like me judging Victor Alpha by being too hard. Don't get me wrong, I still think Victor Alpha is too hard. I feel like we don't have enough progression to make Victor Alpha easier. And of course, Spectre Knight will also fall in that category. But it's hard for me to make a judgment on it. The bonus stage, I mean. Now, with Victor Alpha, like I said, I've done Victor Alpha. I feel like he should be easier. Bottom line, feel like he's too hard. You're not going to convince me of that otherwise, because he gatekeeps too many good items, in my opinion, from the average player. Like, if you have some kind of... And the biggest reason I will say this is not just because of... I don't know how to phrase this in the right way. But the biggest reason to me is... It's the same reason I feel like games should have difficulty levels, right? Like, if anything, make a harder Victor Alpha that has a... maybe drops 2 rings. So... You know, you can do, you know, just like you can make the bonus stage harder if you want to challenge yourself. Don't make it an achievement. Oh, you know, that's what we need to look at, the achievements. Because there's new ones. There's 609. Okay, we got another. This is awkward. This will be the last try. Last try for this episode. This is a long one. And a lot of the length was trying to understand this bonus stage. Well, understand's the wrong word. Get it to happen. Bum, bum, bum. I forgot to check and see if I even got more frozen ice. Whoa, I almost lost it there, and this is only at 600. So, really feel like we needed to know right off the bat how high up we need to go. That was dumb. Okay, that was, I almost lost it there, too. Extremely frustrating that you have to restart from the beginning. extremely frustrating that there's no checkpoints. Now, I will say, one of the benefits of no checkpoints would be if you were trying to climb this for the Frozen Souls right now, very easy to just fail probably if you're good at the bonus stage. I'm not. Very easy to fail towards the top and just redo the whole thing for more Frozen Souls. Maybe that should be a Dark Divinity to have checkpoints. Or actually an upgrade with a Dark Divinity to remove the checkpoints if you so desire. I just am anticipating the comments of LOL, you haven't even made it close to the end, Zerdan. This is nothing, you've seen nothing. I'm honestly hoping and praying that you need to get to 2K. Yeah, I was doing something dumb. Well, I wasn't really fishing for that as much, hoping I could get the boost. Almost lost that one. So again, I have no idea how long this bonus stage is. I heard it was 8 minutes. I do find that hard to believe that it's an 8 to 10 minute bonus stage. I'm actually going to ask right now. I feel like it's disingenuous that it doesn't on the upgrade there say how high you need to get. I need to know to accurately assess how I feel about the bonus stage at the end of it, and I want to have an assessment on it by the end of this video. In the meantime, we will try and see if we can get one more. I'm waiting for a response right now. Obviously, it is kind of late. I almost should have cut this episode into 2 parts, but I don't know why I was expecting the bonus stage to be about the same difficulty. You know, when I did Mount Auto and I one-shot it, it took me 3 tries, and part of that was learning I could use the arrow keys because I play on Steam. I was like, oh, this is no problem. If it's really that difficult, I'm going to need to train an AI to do the bonus stage for me. Hopefully, with the proper machine learning algorithm, it can do that. But, you know, that begs the question, right? If the game is that hard, is it fun? And for me, the answer is no. Obviously, this is a mini-game inside of a larger game, and this is the first iteration of the bonus. So I'm trying not to be too critical because it could get nerfed over time. But I've also seen in Idol Slayer that there are people who want something highly skilled, and to me, I don't understand that. An idle game, by definition, is supposed to be, to me, a low skill ceiling game. That's why I play them. Like Idle Kingdom Defense, there's basically no skill there. And I like it that way. The skill is making the decisions on how to level up your heroes. And it's the same thing with a tower. There's no Twitch skill in playing the game. It's about planning out your upgrades, planning out what you're doing, and planning those kind of things out. And that's where the skill comes into play. And that, to me, is the enjoyable part. And if there's no upgrades that eventually nerf the climbing game, there's not a lot of fun for me to play the climbing game. Because I'm just gonna, it's gonna be like, remember when I thought I couldn't do Victor Alpha? I'm just gonna be like, well, Victor Alpha's too hard, can't do it. I just, whenever the bonus thing came up, when I was playing, I would obviously make attempts when I was playing for a video, but outside of a video, I would just intentionally die. Now, I'm not saying that the bonus stage is at that level, because I do need to clear it to at least buy these permanent upgrades. And let's see, we've done it a handful of times now, and I have 18 frozen shards, so... But once I have achieved those upgrades, will I be engaging in the system? If it's difficult, no, I just won't do it anymore. You know? Will that detriment me in the game? Absolutely, because there is a new armory thing, that is the dagger. And the only way I'll be able to get a dagger without playing the bonus game would be to modify my save. Or play a modded version of the game that is compatible and then get it. Will I do that? Obviously not, because you guys like seeing me frustrated, and me nerfing the game is not going to be fun for you, you know? If I show up with a perfect dagger, you're going to be like, how did you get that, Zerdan? Why did it magically appear off stream? It's going to be suspicious if I can never do the bonus game, right? So, you know, to me, it kind of defeats the purpose. I don't really want, you know, I would love for the bonus stage to be easier and give me a lower chance of rewards. That, to me, perfectly fine. That's like when I could beat Victor Alpha, but I couldn't beat him in 90 seconds. So I'm like, you know what? I get a lesser reward. That's totally fine. And then once I got the Dark Divinity upgrade, I was able to actually beat him. Not the way he was intended, but the way I could do it. And I could get the upgrade. And that, to me, was a perfectly fine sense of progression. Will I get that with this? No. It doesn't look like I'm getting an answer, so we're going to continue until I hit one more bonus stage. And we'll try it one last time. I mean, I'm honestly thankful that I don't have to deal with Spectre Knight. I will obviously enable the fight and do the fight while we are playing together. But if the fight for Spectre Knight is really annoying and harder than Victor Alpha, guess what? When I'm offline, I'm disabling that Dark Divinity, and we're just not going to do it. Because I don't need, you know, he doesn't drop anything. There's no point for me to engage in that mechanic. Okay, let's go back to trying to find the achievements, which was where we left off. Okay, so here's the 6 we know I'm missing. Here's that one, which I need 600 to get. Here's the Ascension ones, which we know I'm missing. Oh, what's this? Oh, 5, 10, 25, 50, 100. What? How did I get this? Wait a second. So I got a response. It is 2050. So it is about, you know, 20% too difficult for me. It's like I said, it's a little bit harder than, you know, honestly, one of the great things would be reducing the height. If they reduce the height you have to climb to about 1800. I don't know how I feel about the checkpoints. If I do feel like there should be a checkpoint at least the midpoint. So once you get like 1,000, I don't know how that would play on a retry, though. But again, I'm perfectly fine with having it be difficult and then get nerfed later, but if it never gets nerfed, then... And the fact that I'm actually on the precipice of completing it makes me feel a little bit better. I'm kind of curious about something here. Because this will be my third time beating it. I'm going to try and get it to... So somebody told me it takes like 8 minutes. Like, I honestly don't know how long it takes. If it takes 8 minutes, it doesn't feel like it takes 8 minutes. And that might just be because it's so hard. But I feel like it takes around the same time as a bonus stage. Well, I got. I'm also asking if the platforms are fixed or if they're RNG. So this is me failing Mount Auto, so now you've seen I am 50% completion rate. Which again, I told you it took me 3 tries. I was actually, when somebody hopped in my channel, I was super concerned. I honestly didn't even realize it was a new bonus stage. I thought I saw the Mount Auto thing. I'm like, oh, okay, you climb. You do this. I didn't realize this was going to go to Mount Auto and Alpha Mount Auto. And one thing I will say is if you don't like the skill component of this game, it's perfectly reasonable to quit. I think that's a perfectly reasonable thing to say, like, hey, I don't want to play an idle game with a skill component. And I think if you find these minigames that frustrating, I mean, that's just your enjoyment philosophy doesn't work with the game's philosophy. And that's the bottom line. There's nothing wrong with the game being difficult. I don't think it should be difficult as an idle game. I don't like games that are difficult personally. I have a feeling the platforms are not fixed. There, screwed myself again. Okay, so the platforms are not fixed. So this means you can't even practice it, and it becomes like muscle memory, like a bonus stage. This also means I'm trying to see if we can get this stupid achievement, and now I failed this. I'm 1 in 3. I guess I got really lucky with the first... You know, the fact that the platforms aren't fixed, I dislike that, because that means the difficulty... It's not even a constant amount of difficulty. The difficulty actually becomes variable at that point. I would think this would be a constant, you know, so you could find a... You know, just like a bonus stage, you kind of know, like, you know, an optimal path. I can see why it isn't, because then it would just be like, okay, at this height you go here, 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 and here, and then you complete it. And so just remember to be at these positions basically every time. But at the other hand, it just means it makes it very reactionary and you can't memorize the pattern, which once again increases the difficulty, which I think it would be much harder to make a procedurally generated bonus stage than this. And I totally understand the feeling of that you probably get if you have really enjoyed Idol Slayer but don't like the direction of the game. Because that's what happened to me in World of Warcraft. That's 100% what happened to me in World of Warcraft. The game became so difficult, it wasn't the game I used to enjoy playing. And the thing is, I haven't really been playing Classic WoW because I've already, like, I don't know how to put it. Because I'm so invested in my retail account, and Classic WoW does not provide me anything for my retail account, I kind of don't care about it. It's like, okay, now I'm going to regrind the mounts in Classic that I already have in retail. That doesn't make any sense. And plus, really, if I was going to play it, it should have been Classic Wrath of the Lich King, and that's basically over at this point. I mean, at least it does have the WoW token, which is nice, so I could play it without paying. But I don't know. But that I totally get the sunk cost feeling if you're like, well, I've been playing Idol Slayer for a long time, and I remember when it wasn't like this hard, and now it's hard, and I don't really like it. And I totally think you're valid in saying you're upset like the game you enjoyed is changing. And as a game like Idol Slayer is a game that's not complete, it's going to continue to change. And I think at some point you're going to have to say, you know what? I don't like the game's direction anymore. And that's extremely hard to do. And I totally understand that. I'm going to see if... I'm actually doing terrible with this, by the way. I think I need to climb it 2 more times successfully. I'm going to try something different. Okay, okay. Wasad also works. Wasad is more... I have better muscle memory with using Wasad than using the arrow. Because the last time I lost it because I messed up left and right. Famous last words, right? Watch me fail this too. If you're wondering why I'm doing this, I'm trying to see if this counts for the achievement. Because I certainly have an achievement, and I certainly did not actually climb the bonus game version. I climbed this. This could be an exploit, and could be patched out of the game. I almost lost it there. I was thinking... I feel like the screen scrolls a little... While I know it's fixed, and I can see that it's fixed by playing the game, I feel like the screen scrolls a little on the aggressive side. Okay, we're gonna... It should be one more I need. Oh, what did we get here? Oh, ninja. Don't need you. So this should get me the achievement. I don't think I'm going to grind the achievement out this way, But I will for the video to see if it gets me to 5, because I was kind of confused how I had that one. And I think this is actually a bug. I don't think you're supposed to be able to do this. I think it would be cool if you actually got something for destroying platforms. Like if like you destroy a platform, it had a chance to drop frozen souls or something. Lost it. It is, that would be, so there's a couple buffs I think that we could get that would be, whoops. A couple buffs that would be really cool is make the platforms, the broken platforms, reappear quicker. To the point where you could bounce on one that breaks by the time it came back, it would be back. I think that would be... It kind of negates the breaking platforms in the first place if you can just rebounce on it, but that, to me, is fine. We need to definitely have some scroll back. I would like to see a buff to make the boost platforms boost you further. Kind of like how the spirit platforms can make the bonus stage easier. There probably should be a buff, maybe it's not all the time, where the boost platforms boost more. And I lost it because I wasn't expecting the screen to scroll as much as it did. The platform was right there. That's one of the things I really don't like, that there's no scroll back. I feel like there should be some scroll back. I would personally like a full screen's worth of scroll back, so you have a chance to recover. But I totally can respect it not being in the first iteration of the game. Okay, so once I complete this, I'll finish my story about World of Warcraft and why the Cataclysm... The end of the Cataclysm expansion and the end of Wrath of the Lich King were my favorite times in the expansion. And I will offer you an alternative perspective of somebody else I played with who did not enjoy it and why they didn't enjoy it. And I was always... And I'll be honest, I was shocked to hear his explanation and why he didn't enjoy it, but it does make total sense. And there's a few other things I'm going to add to that. Technically, I do think Cataclysm's end of expansion thing was better than Wrath of the Lich King's. I should get it now. Really? Did I misread the achievement and just do that like 4 times for nothing? Or do I need to do it one more time? We'll try one more time. Maybe you only get it for the first one for Mount Otto and these don't count. But I did get my answer, so we're going to sum everything. This has actually been really long. Well, some people wanted more Idol Slayer, so here you go, more Idol Slayer. I certainly, when I set out to make this video, never would have imagined it to be an hour and a half long. Screwed myself. Completely screwed myself. I'm actually going to time myself on this one. We're at 133. 133.30. I want to see how long one of these attempts takes, assuming I get it. This has been a great version of Zerdan sucking at the game. I will say I feel like this minigame has a lot of potential for buffs that could make it more fun. And by more fun, I mean easier, of course. So I feel like there's a lot of potential here. And again, I agree with it not being... Like, something being easy, it's more appreciative feeling something... experiencing something being nerfed than getting a nerfed version of the thing right off the bat. There is an appreciation for that, and I can attest to that. Oh, that almost got me. Had the screen advanced more, I would have been got. Okay, that definitely should be 5. Alright, so I guess it's just an illusion. The achievement is a lie. Or you get the first one free, and you cannot get any more from that. We're gonna see if, because I goofed off at the village for so long, we can quickly get another one. So much for that. There's not really an exploit here. Clearly we just did that, like, at least 4 times. Not counting the one I did at the video, so... whatever, I guess. Let me actually see if there's a statistic on how many times. Yeah. This hasn't gone up. Oh, if the height is... it's right there. Oh, so you can make it... you can make it 1.5 times as hard for basically double the chance. Okay. Not my kind of odds. So Pablo got... I thought I had an exploit, but Pablo got me. Good one, Pablo. Hats off to you for tricking me on that one. I should have checked that right away and found out that I had gotten got. So the first one's free for your achievements. But we do have the answer. It's about 2,000 meters. Apparently it also says that in the statistics. Which I've heard 2,500. Okay, here we go. This is the last one. We're going to end the episode with this. Win, lose, or draw. I do really appreciate being able to use the A and D key for this, though. Oh, I still have to finish up my thoughts about the why that... okay, we'll talk about that after this. I need to focus on this. Well, some people have been asked for more Idol Slayer content, so here you go. This is a ton of Idol Slayer content. Probably won't be seeing this much anytime soon. I almost lost the plot there. Okay, we're going. Shoot. Completely didn't register that the thing I aimed for scrolled off the screen somehow. It's like a mental fault in my brain. And again, if it had a checkpoint, I think a reasonable checkpoint would be at least 1,000 meters. I would like to see it broken into fourths, kind of like the bonus stage. So like every 500 meters. Especially with it being completely random. And you bet your ass there's no way in hell I'm trying to go for Frozen Souls. That to me is just like a way to get yourself killed. I am struggling hard enough to complete this. Okay, I did go for that one. That was foolhardy of me. And that one right there was almost complete disaster. Almost a disaster, going for something I shouldn't have gone for. That was 8 minutes. That is extreme. It doesn't feel like it's that long, but that is extremely long. I honestly thought there was no way it was 8 minutes long. It does not feel like it's 8 minutes long. I'm actually going to have to rewatch the video. But, as always, once again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And I know this was a long one, but as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day. We're going to wait till the end of Rage.